p.m. Monday through Friday. If you know your party's extension number, you may dial it now. For Supreme Court...
Please hold on while I try that extension. Good morning, Appellate Court Clerk's Office. May I help you?
Hi, yes, ma'am. I'm calling to find out if you guys have received a writ filed by Phillip Kemp.
Yes, we received it.
You have received it?
Yes, we have.
Could you tell me what's the soonest that will be attended to?
Well, it'll be set up and it'll just be taken care of in due course.
Sorry?
There's no time that I can give you. It's strictly up to the court. Like, I can't tell you if the court's going to rule on it in a day or 2 days or 3 weeks or, you know what I'm saying? It's strictly up to the court. We received it this morning. It's going to be set up in our system. And somebody will set it up with the case number and whatnot.
So...
And notices will go out that we received it.
Okay, so what I'm asking is how long before someone starts to put this process in motion?
Oh, I have no idea when the court's going to take any action. There's not there's a due course for anything that's filed in this case. So he filed the habeas corpus, and then the state is able to respond. So there's a whole set of appellate rules that need to be followed when something's filed.
Right. Where you're talking administrative procedure. We're looking at lawful procedure. Is where we're coming from, and the problem is that Phillip Kemp's body is being held in a jail right now due to an unlawful, unverified order.
I understand.
Okay.
Like I said, this is just the clerk's office. We process the paperwork, and the court, meaning the judges, will act accordingly. And I can't give you a time of when they're going to do that.
Okay. So will it be Don Ash going back over this habeas, or will it be a different...
It's a panel of 3 judges in the appeals court.
Okay.
Mr. Ash is the trial court judge, or Judge Ash. He's not in this court.
Okay, thank you, beautiful people of the earth, for joining us back here. First thing in the news today is the lawsuit in St. Louis, Missouri that 31 judges recused themselves from. Well, that got tossed out on June 4th. On June 4th, the case was dismissed, which they have as a personal injury and malpractice. It was actually a contract violation. Okay? They were saying that they violated the contract badly. Anyways, it was dismissed by Judge Omar Stephen Russell, and that just goes to show you can play in their game, you can play in their field. They're not going to let any right or justice be allowed for any reason. And as long as you believe that they are gods over people, they're going to keep doing that. Okay? Now, JJ called the Supreme Court on Friday. They were talking about going by due process of law, but they said it could take a day or 3 weeks. That's not due process of law. Due process of law can't be any longer than 72 hours because that's how long they can hold you while they're investigating you with probable cause without actually charging you for something. He's saying I shouldn't even be charged. They're supposed to look at it and rule on it within 72 hours. Now, there's a couple other reasons why I believe that they're just going to move administratively, and that is because they said they were going to apply the appellate rules of procedure, which are administrative. Okay? I guarantee you if they throw that writ out, it's not going to be because of an element of law. They're going to say because it didn't conform to some rule of procedure. Well, if you can take away my rights because of some rule or procedure, then I guess they're not really that unalienable, huh? I guess I just don't have any rights. Anyways, here's some other things that worry me. Here's the Constitution of Tennessee. in their whole preamble that's this long, they don't talk about being grateful to God at all. Now, most states, it kind of looks like this. And in the preamble, it's really simple. We, the people of the state of South Carolina, in convention assembled, grateful to God for our liberties. See, they're grateful to God for their liberties. Most states have something like this, but Tennessee does not. Do you believe that's on accident? Or maybe your father's trying to tell you which is the correct father to go with? The abusive dad or the loving one? Now, every state has a Declaration of Rights at the beginning. Okay? Let's look at this. So, Section 8, that no man shall be taken or imprisoned, have his liberties or privileges taken from him, outlawed or exiled, or destroyed or deprived of his life, liberty, or property, but by the judgment of his peers or the law of the land. Let me get this out real quick. The law of the land does not mean whatever the government says. Okay, the law of the land is the law of man. It's natural law. It's the common law. And if courts and law actually work the way that they talk about it working, it shouldn't be called the common law. It should really be called the really complex law. It should be called the really complex statutes. The really intricate and complex statutes. Anyways, let's see what else is here. That all prisoners shall be bailable by sufficient sureties, unless for capital offenses, when the proof is evident or the presumption great. And the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended. Now, let's see if they actually uphold that one, because I'm kind of interested. I'm going to talk about it here in a minute. Section 17, that all courts shall be open, and every man for an injury done him in his lands, goods, persons, or reputation shall have remedy by due course of law, and right and justice administered without sell, denial, or delay. You have the right to go into a court and sue somebody anytime you wish. But you saw Don Ash, he took that right from Phillip Kemp. He didn't have that right to sue a woman for barratry right then. Section 19, that the printing press shall be free to every person to examine the proceedings of the legislature or any branch or officer of the government, and no law shall ever be made to restrain the right thereof. The free communication of thoughts and opinions is one of the invaluable rights of man, and every citizen may freely speak, write, and print on any subject, being responsible for the abuse of that liberty. So yeah, I'm responsible for what I say. I bear liability for what I say. Now, here's the reason why I don't trust them handling the writ, is because you heard the clerk say that 3 judicial officers will be impaneled. See, the Supreme Court shall consist of 5 judges, 5 judicial officers. And the reason I'm worried about this is because you're a man, you're a woman, you allow government to exist. Okay? God created man and woman, and people got together for self-preservation and created governments. You allow the government to exist, and the government should be restrained by the laws of God, because God gave you rights, not the government. And because of this, your court is higher than their court. So when you go and speak to their court because some fictional entity has caused you some type of harm, injury, and loss, mainly called the government or corporations, you go to the highest court in their government. The highest court that they can create, because that's the only one where law might be kept. You can see me talk about that when I'm talking to the clerk the first time. So the fact that they're doing 3 judges, they said it could take up to 3 weeks, and they're applying the rules of administrative procedure, I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm so worried, I'm going to go up there, because I would like to thank everybody who has been calling. I don't believe they would have filed it without everybody calling. So much appreciation. I know that some people, like so many people, were calling down to the sheriff's office that they just started hanging up on people. Word on the street is bond. So it's up to us, because they are taking all of our rights. Just to emphasize this, I'm going to go through the Bill of Rights to the Constitution real quick. See, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. They stopped people from going to church over COVID. They're not allowing Phillip Kemp to exercise his religion of raising his children in the Creator's image. Okay? They've taken away his freedom of speech. They've taken away the right to press. And the people to peacefully assemble, I don't know. Let's go up to Tennessee and figure that one out. All right, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, I will say those are secure right now. Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects. If you just watched the series I did on Andrew, you're going to know that that's absolutely not true, that they've taken that right as well. The Fifth Amendment, due process of law. We don't have any due process of law, but it says nobody should be deprived of life, liberty, or property without it. And what they're telling you is due process is actually administrative procedure. You have the right to due process of law, not administrative procedure. Amendment 6, the accused shall have the right to be informed of the nature of the wrong and the cause of the accusation. If you watched Andrew Tickle's series, you'll know that's not true anymore. You don't have that right because the government has taken it away. Amendment 7, in suits at common law, you have the right to suits at common law, and the jury is always secured and inviolate. Well, you just saw Phillip Kemp, that right's gone. The Eighth Amendment, no excessive bails, nor fines, nor cruel and unusual punishment. They just locked up Phillip Kemp for $150,000 for taking his children camping. If you don't find that excessive, I don't know what else I can do to convince you. The Ninth Amendment, the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed or denied to disparage the others retained by the people. Since they've already taken all of the rights that they did enumerate here in the Constitution, I'm going to say that 9's right out the window. The 10th Amendment, the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. Okay, that went out the window during the Civil War. Now the federal government is all powerful, all evasive, and the state governments are there just to keep you under control. I'm going to tell you this right now because I said that these two are secure for the moment. The Second and the Third Amendment, they're secure for the moment. But I'm telling you right now, when the government comes for the Second Amendment, the Third Amendment's already gone. They're going to put troops in your homes. It's going to be a battlefield right outside your doorstep. This is why I'm going to make sure that they uphold law by going to Washington County, Tennessee courthouse in Johnson City. I'm going to be there at noon Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And if you see what I see, if you've experienced the things that I've experienced in court, if you understand how lawless our society has become, I invite you to come up there with me in the hopes that we can make sure to enforce law for Phillip Kemp, a man who went overseas to fight for your freedoms. I will be there the entire week before Father's Day because I'm doing this for my man upstairs, the father. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Washington County, Tennessee Courthouse, Johnson City. Please come and join me. This might be our last chance before these two amendments disappear. And the last time I went to go help Baba, Henry Ramo, a 90-year-old Korean War veteran, they locked us both up. Please help. Don't trust YouTube. Don't trust the numbers. This is up to you individually. If you can be there, we would love to have you, and thank everybody for getting us this far, because like I said, I don't even believe they would have filed that writ without all of the public attention, without all of the people calling. But right now, the way they're talking, it looks like they're setting up to just take away law. So we have to do the next step, and we have to go there and tell them we're not giving law up. Thank you for joining me. Phillip Kemp's going to come up in just a minute, and you're going to hear our conversation on Friday when he called me from jail. I'm a little worried because I haven't heard from him since. One world, love, and peace.
Now look, there's a lot of my brothers that fought hard to keep our liberties. And I'm going to continue to fight here stateside for our liberties.
If you are an attorney or designated legal counsel, contact inmatesales.com at 702-931-3938 to have your number set to do not record. Please select from the following options if you consent to this call being recorded, and to accept this call, dial 1 now. To reject this, your call has been accepted.
What's up, partner?
What's going on? I got some good news for you, brother.
Oh, gosh. Let's hear it.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I just got a call from JJ up in New York, and he said that he has on video. He's sending it to me right now. So I haven't watched and verified for myself, but I know this man to be true and honest. He said that he called the Supreme Court, and they got your writ, and they're filing it.
Oh, sweet.
So,
Sweet. Well, well, what does that mean, though? I mean, they got to answer it, don't they?
well, so he said that they could answer it within 24 hours or 5 weeks, and I was like, well, that's not due course of law. So, but that's what he said, she said. But it's still he said, she said game. So, but I figured that I would at least let you know that much. And also, Brandon Johnson got in touch with me last night as making an extra concerted effort to really make sure that your friends and people that you know and the groups that you're in are seeing these videos. And he wanted me to tell you that he was thinking about you.
Oh, sweet, man. Awesome.
I'm
I got a lot of
praying
people
for
out
you.
there, bro. Thanks, man.
So,
The 5 weeks, too much.
yeah, nah, yeah, believe me, we're not planning on waiting 5 weeks.
No, I figured they got it Wednesday. They just kind of held on to it.
Yeah,
So,
well,
yeah. But still.
but still, I plan on being up there, Monday.
Right, well, if you need a place to stay, man, you can stay at my house.
I might do that.
Stay there. Huh?
I said I might do that. Relieve Sean of taking care of your dog.
Yeah, my plants need water, too.
I can get some plants, some agua. Believe me, I know how to feed some plants, brother. So how you doing?
Man, it's torture. 23 hours in a fucking box, bro. Fucking torture. But I'm alright. I had a spell this morning, just questioning God, questioning what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to do this? Should I just submit for the sake of my children, or should I fight the good fight for everybody? That's the struggle I'm in. That's what I told Sean yesterday. Just, I can say mercy and have my kids all summer. or I can say fuck you for everybody and suffer the consequences.
Well, here's the thing is that, you can say mercy, but what does that do to the right your children have? The right your children will know.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you, man, we got your back, and I wouldn't really expect Don Ash to be sitting on that case really much longer.
You don't think they will?
No, I mean not with some of the stuff that we have planned. I really don't see Don Ash sitting on your case much longer. Everybody's been kind of
notice too a recusal.
Do what?
I did a notice a recusal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and honestly, it really shouldn't be up to him. I mean, we're looking to have him removed from office.
Good. Sweet.
Praise like,
Lord.
Like what?
Go after that. Asking next.
Yeah, I mean, what he did was so god awful. I mean, there's just no reason why he should be in a position like that. If he doesn't know that he can't use ambiguity against you, like holding you for contempt, then he should not be sitting up on a bench.
I agree. I mean, you heard him say, "Let me speak to you man to man." I mean, he came off the damn bench as a mockery to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in fact, that's something that John was telling them down at the Supreme Court. He was like, he didn't lock him up as a judge. He locked him up taking off the robe, Mm-hmm. I mean, he says it straight up, man to man.
Yeah. Well, he had a peach polo shirt on. He didn't even have his black dress on.
Right? He didn't even have a black dress on. See, I didn't know that because you couldn't really tell that from the video on Facebook Live.
That shit should be public now.
Oh yeah? Yeah, did you and Sean get that worked out?
I don't know. I hadn't talked to him yet. I called you first, but I was gonna call him next and see if he got it public.
Yeah, because he was talking to me that he was trying to get the information and trying to set your Facebook public if he could. Is there anything you'd like to tell everybody across the United States here? I got you recording right now.
Man, everybody, this is the thing. So they still got this classification going on here in Washington County where for 10 days they quarantine you in a cell for 23 hours a day, let you out for 1 hour, make phone calls. You might get a shower, you might not. It's going to take every single person, man, to write, either their representative. I mean, we got to cause the biggest stink that we can to say, hey, this is cruel and unusual, man. Not only, everybody that I talk to in here is basically falsely alleged, or they got some bullshit charges, or they keep you in here by putting you on probation and getting you to plea, because nobody wants to be locked in a box for 23 hours a day. So you just plead to this, we'll give you 1129 probation, and then they got you.
Hey,
you screw up in 11 months, 29 days, and then you're back in this bitch.
Hey, Kemp.
But everybody takes the deal.
Kemp.
Huh?
All you gotta do is consent, and we won't lock you up, and we'll give you your kids back. That's all you gotta do is consent. You just gotta consent to our administration. That's all, buddy. I really want to let you be a dad. I really want to let you be a father because that's my choice to make, huh?
Yeah, I know. And I should have been like, hey, did you create them, and are you God? Because if not, you have no authority here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't remember you being there for the 5 minutes of pumping.
Do what?
I said, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't remember you being in the middle of our 5 minutes of pumping.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's just, it's going to take everybody, man, like you said, to join the conspiracy, and we got to put an end to this shit. I feel sorry for these dudes up in here, man. You know, at least I got some sense about me to navigate, but these guys don't. You know, they're just dragged into the system over and over and over. It's sad. It's disgusting. And that's been my wrestle with God, man. Is why? Why are you letting these evil people flourish like this? You know?
I think he would ask us the same thing. Like, why are y'all letting them do it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think at some point we got to kind of...
I was hoping you was going to give me some good news that, yeah, they're going to let you out today.
Oh, I wish, but I'm getting text right now. Somebody was trying to get in touch with me, and they wish for me to send you their love and prayers. Oracle wishes for me to send you her love and prayers.
No, I appreciate all y'all doing, man. I really do.
Oh, yeah, man. We either all got to hang together, or most assuredly we're all going to hang separately.
Yeah.
And I appreciate what you're doing, man. Like, you know, it takes a pretty strong individual to freaking go and, you know, sit in a box to try and get our rights back, you know? Shoot, I can't wait for you to get out and watch some of these videos I've been making about you.
Yeah, get Sean can post that shit to my Facebook if he wants to.
Yeah,
I'll call him in a minute.
Now that
and this one needs to be. Go ahead.
Well, now that we know that we can do that, I'm sure we'll start doing that. Because I've gone and tried to, like, you know, I've gone and post some of those videos, like, in the comments of where, you know, of where, like, the last kind of couple of things happen. So, but that's about all I could reach out, which is why I was glad when Brandon got in touch with me last night, because I was like, yay. You know, more people from Kemp's side.
I don't even know that cat either, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he said that he hadn't really talked to you probably since November or October, you know, but he said that he's been watching the stuff on Facebook and it's messed up and he's gone through it, and, you know, other of y'all's brothers from the military have gone through it, and, you know, this stuff's got to stop and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's what these guys are. See, man, I'm big into father's rights advocacy, and then so all these vets, most of them are SF, most of them are all Green Berets, and they're fucking sick and tired of this shit. And so we all kind of joined together and tried to do something about it. I just kind of got sidetracked on my own shit, but I'm glad I got those brothers out there, man, because brothers in arms, man, you don't want to fuck with them guys.
Right?
We stick together, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, I just can't believe that the government's so dumb as to kind of actively go after those people and take away their rights and take away their right to be a dad. You know, it's like, man, you're going to go after the people who you trained how to kill, and you did a pretty good freaking job. You're going to go and try and take their children and feed them to Moloch? Are you retarded?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad dudes are reaching out to you, man. That means it's moving, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's moving. I still plan on being up there, so, you know, nothing's changed about that.
You're welcome to stay at the house, man. I'll call Sean and I'll tell him where the key is. Or I'll tell you where the key is.
Yeah, you can worry about that later. Right now I'm recording you, so.
Oh, okay. Well, you can edit it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, man. Freaking, you know, yeah, it's all good. I mean, I'm like, even if I don't stay there, I'm sure that somebody up in Tennessee.
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
I'm sure that somebody up there will, you know, put me up.
Yeah. Well, there's a camper sitting in my driveway too.
Yeah.
So, well, I got 2 minutes left, bro. Keep up that good fight, man. I'll try to call you tomorrow. And I appreciate you, JC. I really do.
No problem, brother. I'm glad that we can be here for you and at least help restore a little bit of your faith in your father, you know, and your fellow man.
I'm glad to hear about Brandon contacting you too, man, because that network that I got through the military community is pretty vast. So, and Brandon's he's a key part of it. Mm-hmm. So once it hits that community, it'll spread too, because we got each other's backs.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely give him a call, you know, after I talk with you, because I told him.
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
He said that he was going to try and call you, and I was like, I don't know if you'll be able to get a hold of him, you know. So, do you have a pen and paper?
Yeah.
Here, you want me to give you his number real quick, maybe?
Text it to Sean for me.
All right.
We got 1 minute.
All right, I'll do that.
All right. I'll talk to you later, brother. Appreciate you.
Yep, have a good one.
All right, later on.
All right, bye.